So good evening, everyone. Like I was mentioning that मन की हो तो अच्छा, ना हो तो और भी अच्छा, because what it's not meant to be, maybe. And that is why it is not happening, because the divine knowledge is supreme. The divine knows what is best for you. All right. There are a lot of people who push against the wall and they say, no, I will do what I really want to achieve or my family aspires me to achieve in spite of all odds. All right. And once you reach there, you'll realize that you probably are not enjoying it. So what you are aligned with, you should do that, right? So I this reminds me actually of a story which we were discussing, that while we are working towards our goals, we should leave it to the Almighty, that my work is to do the work and do not worry about the outcome of it. So, and it is, we all know, it is very well said in the Gita as well, apna karam kar, phal ki ichha mat kar. But what happens is, when most of the Indians, Gita is written in India, is read in India, is understood in India, is spoken in India, but most of us make one very, very big mistake while reading Gita, is that when we are reading or listening about Gita, we tend to think that we are Arjun and that Sri Krishna is talking to us. We are Arjun and Sri Krishna is talking to us. And what happens at the end of it? Sri Krishna gives the whole entire Gita, right? He's talking to him and he's not telling him what to do or what not to do. Really, people who've actually understood Gita, they say Sri Krishna is never telling him what to do, what not to do, but is only making him realize his own potential, right? He's making Arjun realize that this is your potential. Don't underestimate yourself. He's not telling him what is right and what is wrong, because everything is right, everything is wrong, depends on the context of it, isn't it? So the mistake that what most of the Indians make is that we think that we are Arjun. And what happens? Even after the entire Gita, at the end of it, Arjun is still confused. His hands are still shivering. While we are supposed to read or understand Gita as Sri Krishna. Throughout the Gita, he says, I am you. You are me. I reside in you. You know everything. The entire knowledge of the universe is inside you, and you are the Krishna. And like I read somewhere that if you sit and behave like a Buddha, if you sit like a Buddha and if you behave like a Buddha, you become the Buddha. And if you sit like a Buddha and you behave like a Buddha, then you become a Buddha, isn't it? So it's it works backwards. What you behave like is what you become. You get only what you deserve and where you're vibrating. All right. So if you're already vibrating as your final outcome, then your final outcome is nothing but, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I'll ask you to explain this to us. Hello, Mishra ji. I'll ask you to explain this in detail once we get over this, we finish the class, right? So what I was saying was that if you sit like a Buddha, you become a Buddha. And if you sit like a Buddha, you become a Buddha, is because it is all in your mind. How you perceive yourself is what you are. All right. So, and when you're working towards your goals should be so audacious. And if your goals are not scaring you, they're not big enough. They should really scare you. But at the same time, you should only be working towards your goal without the fear of outcome. All right. It does not matter. If it is meant to be, it will be. If it is not, it's fine. Divine has got a better purpose for me, and that is what you should believe in. So while we are talking about this, I'm again reminded of a case study that was done somewhere abroad, in which they said, okay, fine, this is the class of MBA graduates, all right, graduating from a top-notch university. And let us ask them, let us do a survey to find out how many of them would join a high-paying job versus what they're really passionate about. We hear about, a lot of startups and entrepreneurs who leave their IITs and IIMs in between because they want to do something of their own. All right. But this is probably a study which was done around in the 80s or the 90s. And it's a true story, okay? That they did this, they found out what the graduating students would finally pursue. So after graduating, they had put in so much work. It was a very good university. They had to, prove their worth to get an admission there. And when they were going out, they were taken in by many, many corporates were there lined up to take them inside. 95% of them chose what was paying good to them. What was high paying job, because they said, okay, fine, I can pursue my passion at a later time as well. And passion can come, I need to pay my bills. I need to clear my student loans, and I'll go there. And around 5% of them said, no, I'm going to do what is aligned to me. All right. I'm going to do what is aligned to me, what I feel is correct. And I'm sure those 5% were brave ones, because family wanted, obviously the family and the people who are ahead of us in time, they don't want us to take risks. They want us to play safe because they don't want us to get hurt. They're also correct in their own way. But these 5% were committed. They wanted to do what they wanted to do. And after around 20 years, these people followed up with them and they found out that what were they doing after 20 years? Whether they were successful or not. So around 5%, like everywhere else, again, 5% of them were very successful, doing very well in life. In every class, it happens, right? 5% are making a lot of money, good money, have got stature. They are well known, all right? They do well in life. And the statistics said that out of those 5, the 4 were the ones who pursued their passion. And only probably one of them was that who chased the money and how the society was groomed. So 20 years, if you take a long period like that, the success comes naturally when you follow your inner instincts, right? And how do you know when you're doing something that aligns to you? Success is nothing but a byproduct then, isn't it? So you behave like a Buddha, you become a Buddha. Because you know you will be successful. You're aligned with who you really are, isn't it? So I'm also reminded of, when you're doing all this, when you want to do, there's one person in this group also who wanted to do, who was brave enough to pursue something of his own, but probably he couldn't. In this, what comes in between is the growth mindset and the fixed mindset. So I don't know whether I told you this story or not. There were 2 twin brothers. Okay. Both of them had very different temperament. And obviously, since they were twins, they were born on the same day. One of them was always perpetually happy and satisfied and always looking at the brighter side. And the other one was that cribbing one and crying one, always finding, faults in everything. So just the nature only. And their parents observed it, right? Over the years, the parents know they love both of them equally, but they realized that they were very different people. So it was their birthday, and the father said, okay, fine, let me do an experiment. All right. And what he did was, both the sons had different rooms, and he said, okay, I have a surprise for you on your birthday on your respective rooms. So the one with the fixed mindset, he got inside his room and he saw the room filled with toys. So many toys. And guess what happened? This guy started to cry. He was cribbing again. So the dad said, what are you saying? I filled your room with toys, so many of them, aircraft, stuffed toys, cars, anything and everything that boys usually like. So then why are you crying? So the guy says that so many toys are there. And now, my friends would ask me again and again for toys, and then I'll have to refuse them, or probably they'll snatch it from me and they'll take it to their homes, and then I'll have to follow up. And he had this whole, mess already in his head that, oh my God, how will I handle these toys? And the other guy, the dad, on his bed, he had kept some shit on the bed, and he wanted to really check this guy, And he got inside and he saw the shit and he came out happy. And I was like really surprised that I'd get shit on his bed and this guy's still happy and, so chirpy. He's like, what are you saying? Are you serious? He thought that this guy would be angry now, but it wasn't the case. So he said, what happened to you? So this guy says, "Ki, Dad, there's shit in my room. I'm sure there's a puppy here. Where is the puppy?" He was looking for the puppy. So what you look for, what you're looking for is your outer reality is a reflection of your inner being. That's what I said. You need to work inwards, and the outer is nothing but a byproduct. Again, coming back to, how you should be aligned to what you are, your values, your belief system, so that you feel better, your emotions are intact. If there is anxiety and a lot of, you need to do self-introspection, whether you're on a right path or not, right? So there was this, I'm sure you all have heard about the ISKCON, right? A society which is about the Krishna consciousness, isn't it? So what happened when it started, the Indians weren't really following it, they were not really, it wasn't really getting that kind of fame and attention in India. So the people who started ISKCON, they said, they did brainstorming and they said that whatever the foreigners do, in case we can make the Europeans and the Americans follow the Krishna consciousness, I'm sure the Indians would definitely follow, because that's the psychology, whatever they do is good and whatever we do is not good. So they said, is there any way that we can spread this message about the Krishna consciousness around the world, and especially in the Europe and the US? So what they did was they found out some disciples of them, and they said, you'll have to go to US and, Europe, and spread this message. So these guys went, all right. And once they reached US, he said, how can I spread this message? He had a fixed mindset, just like this guy, with the toys. He said, how? I'm such a guy and nobody's even looking at me. These guys, they talk in English and they're so smart, they're so well-read, and nobody's even looking at me. I don't have any friends. So then he sat down and he said, I will not let this happen. I mean, I am Krishna. Like I said, when you read the Gita, especially these people who regularly read the Gita, they understand that they have to read Gita as Krishna themselves. So he spoke to himself and he found out that if I let Krishna inside me, the consciousness inside me, work for me, then all my limiting beliefs, such as I am nobody, can be mellowed down. So the Krishna in him said that you can spread the message only by leading by example. So what you need to do is to be always happy and do Hare Rama, Hare Krishna on the roads of America. So that's what he started. And people started noticing him, that who's this guy who's like so happy, he's dancing happy, and obviously when there is music and there is, positivity, there are people who get attracted to such beautiful frequency, and so slowly people joined. And it very soon, like Americans are, very fond of saying cult, it became a cult. They started calling that it's a cult, okay? And these guys are like always jumping in the, dancing on the roads and probably doing traffic jams according to them, because they're very strict on that. And they said, okay, this lot of people, they seem to be, off track, off the society. So let's get them arrested and put them in a jail. So again, this guy, the guy who initially went, he had this doubt, oh my God, we're going to jail now. How will I, tell these people will not follow, it will not spread, my message is going to get over, because nowhere around the world people appreciate going to the jail. So he came to those people who were already his followers now, and he said, we should be happy that we are going to the jail, because Krishna was born in jail. We going to the jail is a blessing, is an indication that he's listening to us, right? Whatever we are praying, our vibrations are reaching the Krishna consciousness and we are getting elevated. So all the more, it's just the mindset. What you tell your mind is what you are. So they tuned that it's such a blessing. All the more jumping in happiness. Now, what happens in the jail? The people who are already there, they have no entertainment. They don't have any internet, nothing. All they have to do is to trouble the new guys who come in, right? They bully them, and that's what the fun is. So they were eagerly waiting for this new lot of prisoners who are going to come and we're going to bully them. So these prisoners come in and they see that this is the first time. Usually, when people come in the jail, they're so scared and sad, and But these are the guys, lot coming in, who's so happy and singing Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, as if they're like so happy that finally God has listened to us and we are coming to the jail. So they come inside, and these guys inside, they're like shocked. They tried bullying them, okay? But when you're bullying someone who's so eager to get bullied, you're like, wow, we are here, and they're like, bully me, bully me, try me because I'm Krishna. So everybody is vibrating on that frequency. So the entire prison, within no time, within a month's time, because negative energy may take some time to spread, but the positivity, a smile spreads like magic. So it spread across, and now the entire prison was chanting Hare Rama, Hare Krishna. And the authorities noticed that there's something wrong here. All right. Like all the prisoners are on a different frequency. They're like, just throw them out. And none of them is of any use to us, because they also want to beat them, and there is other the temperament of a prison is absolutely different. So all the people got released, in fact even those who were there for years altogether. All right, like, and that's how they spread across the message. Already there were 300 400 people, and it got spread. And how Indians are, sure enough, the consciousness came here, and ISKCON is now world famous as we know it, right? So when you're working, and if you're working for something, and if you make it a joy, it spreads more beautifully, right? So you do your work and you leave it to the Almighty, you leave it to the divine. The surrender mode is so beautiful, all right? So the message that the subconscious mind programming that we will be doing today is absolutely surrender. And the surrender would come, especially when you consider that my work is my play and my play is my work, right? So how I play, the feelings that I have, the emotions that I have when I'm playing, when I'm absolutely enjoying, that is the feeling that I'm going to put while I'm working. And when I'm working, the seriousness that I have, the commitment that I have, if I get that in my play, then success on both the sides is inevitable, isn't it? And it's such a beautiful balance. And that is what we are working for. All right. Let's program our subconsciousness today to finding this balance wherein our work is our play and our play is our work. Understood? Right? Let's do it. Let me know if the music and the voice is clear. Clear? All right. So keep your hands on your heart. And if possible, close your eyes. Take a deep breath. Breathe in. Breathe out. And as you breathe out, physically imagine all the stress in your body just melting away and going out. And make a sound. And smile. And if possible, move to your left and to your right. It's a celebration. We are programming our subconscious. We are putting a seed in our subconscious, which eventually will grow into a wonderful tree, giving us lots and lots of fruits of growth mindset. Dear universe, repeat after me to yourself. Dear universe, dear universe, dear universe, As I sit here today, I want you to know that today I command you, I direct you, I inform you that I have chosen the life of absolute balance. Dear universe, today I would like to inform you that I have chosen a life of absolute balance. A balance so beautiful that when I work as if I'm playing. I work as if I'm playing with so much joy, with so much happiness, with so much excitement, with so much grace. I look forward to my work because today I know that my work is nothing but my playground where I go and I enjoy. And my play is very serious, just like my work. When I'm playing, I give my best in my play too. With full dedication, with full devotion, with full sincerity, I do my play. I take my fun very seriously, as seriously as I take my work. And I take my work very, very normally and lightly as I take my fun. So today I declare that I am ready to infuse calmness in my work and sincerity in my play too. I'm ready to let go of any stress, any anxiety, any negative feeling that I have towards my work. And I'm also letting go of any casualness or any lethargy or any judgment towards my play. Both are important in my life. My play is important to rejuvenate me, and my work is important to give me a purpose. And today I realize no work is big or small. Every work is equally important and essential. And I respect myself for any work that I do, as I respect myself for any play that I do. Dear universe, today I let go of any judgment of any kind that I have towards my work or my play. Both are important. My rest is important, my work is important. My work is important, my rest is important. Both are equally important. So, today I declare that I'm ready to give equal importance to my work as well as my play. Take a deep breath and let's go a little more inwards. Dear universe, till date, I have criticized myself, cribbed that I'm wasting time. I'm not performing up to my best when I'm taking rest, when I'm having fun. But today I realize that my fun is equally important. It rejuvenates me, it recharges me towards performing well in my work. My fun is equally important. My rest is equally important. My enjoyment is equally important as my work. And from today onwards, I let go of any judgment, or any criticism of my own when I'm having fun. And while I'm working, I let go of any anxiety, any stress, any performance compulsion that I may have while I'm working. And I'm infusing the spirit of lightness and happiness in my work. And today I know that both the things are equally important in my life. Thank you, dear universe, for giving this message to me that both are equally important. So from today onwards, I'll stop glorifying only and only work, and I'll stop taking lightly my fun. My fun is equally important as my work, and my work is equally important to be done with the lightness and happiness of that of my fun. Let it go deep inside you. Dear universe, I'm so thankful to you that you've made me realize today that my fun is equally important. My rest is equally important. The night is equally important as the day. My rejuvenation is equally important. My alignment to my work is equally important. My happiness towards my work is equally important. My lightness towards my work is equally important. And so today I declare that I'll stop glorifying only and only work because my fun is equally important. And while I'm working, I need to work where I am having fun. And if I'm not having fun where I'm working, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. And today I know that whatever I do, I add fun into it. And when I'm taking rest, I take rest very seriously and I do it with full devotion and dedication because both aspects are equally important for me. Thank you, dear universe, for letting me know this. I love you for letting me knowing this. Feel every neuron in your head and every cell in your body. Experience this balance. Let go of any stress that you may have because of your goals, because of your aspirations. And make a promise to yourself today that whatever you'll do from now on, it will be with an element of fun, with an element of relaxation, with an element of enjoyment. Now rub your hands, generate energy, put it all around your face, your shoulders, your hands, on your thighs, on your calf, and let you soak this energy that when we glorify, especially Indians really glorify sacrifice and hard work, unlimited hard work, until unless we really, really fizzle out. And even when we are having fun, right? We judge ourselves that we are wasting time. Nothing is waste of time. Everything is leading towards your ultimate success. All right. So let's give each other this blessing that may all of us present here, may all of us present here, may we find both fun and seriousness, both success and recreation in our emotional, mental, physical health, in all our relationships, in our career, in our business, in our money condition, in our spiritual stamina, in our personal development, and in all areas of life. May all of us just thrive, thrive, and thrive, and success be nothing but a byproduct to our inner happiness. Tathastu. So let all of us make this commitment that we will focus on our joy, on our happiness, on our ultimate growth. The growth cannot happen by only and only sacrificing our whole life towards, working endlessly and recklessly, being in anxiety, stress all the time, but working with pure joy and fun, isn't it? And always remember, because this story that I told you about these Harvard students, those, students which eventually did what they wanted to do, they became successful. Sooner or later, success is yours. All right. So that's about today. Anyone who would like to share, I really want Sharma had written something. I want him to explain this. Absolutely,
Hi,
yeah.
hi
Yeah.
everyone.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot for giving this opportunity.
Yeah. You
First of
wrote
all,
something. Can you
the quote,
explain that?
actually, it's a quote written by Buddha. What the Yadbhavam Tadbhavati, which it means is Yadbhavam, that is whatever you feel. Bhavam means feel. Tadbhavati, that means you become. That means it's a strong quote by Buddha. And you have made a perspective shift, actually. I strongly affirm.
Yeah.
And whatever the positive thoughts which you imbibe definitely makes you to reach your destination. And
Absolutely.
I feel very
Absolutely.
happy. Okay, thanks a lot.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. You become what you feel, right?
Yeah, yeah,
And like Priyadarshini very beautifully wrote, that time that is wasted doing things we love is not wasted time. Absolutely. Right? Even if you're watching a movie, if you love watching that, it's not wasted time. Even if you love sleeping, that's not a wasted time. So whatever you do it with full love, with full flow, is never a wasted time. So never let low frequency feelings of guilt, come into you. There's absolutely of no use. You need not explain to anyone. Find your joy, and success is nothing but a byproduct of your inner joy. All right. While you're working towards your goal, that's also important, but keep your joy intact. Right. So, anyone would like to, we commit ourselves to our thoughts, would be completely positive. Absolutely. That's what we have to do. 16 waking hours, we need to be very conscious and about what we're taking in, because 8 hours when we are sleeping and our subconscious is heightened, we are in gamma. That's where we are, manifesting a lot of things. And while I say that, it's an invitation to all of you who are present here, the 16, 15, 16 of us, Perspective Shift. Thank you so much. All right. So it's an invitation that from Monday onwards, we are starting another batch. So people who are presently in the batch, you will get 1,000 rupees discount. If you've paid for the first time, you pay 2,000 rupees for 14 days. And if you're recurring coming, then you pay 1,000 for every 14 days. All right. And the good news is, whenever you come here, all right, or you're part of the session, wherein you pay and you come to the session of subconscious mind programming, you can message to me on my WhatsApp that what is it that you want me to cover. I give absolute freedom on that, that what do you want me to cover, and I will focus on your whatever you want, right? And believe me, it goes into the subconscious, and whatever you really want will be covered here. And somewhere we all resonate to that, isn't it? It works well for all of us. But especially if I need to hear something that I am going through, it makes a huge lot of difference, right? So it's an invitation that whoever wants to join from Monday onwards, the first time payment is 2,000 rupees for the 14 days batch. For the recurring students, you have to just pay 1,000. There's a 1,000 rupees discount straight away for the person who's already made the payment, right? So I would really like all of you to be part of that, and let's keep the momentum going, right? Unless we find our subconscious either changing or we manifesting our goals and desires, what we want. Don't let the momentum break, and stay in touch and keep coming here, keep sharing value to each other, and we learn from each other, isn't it? So today, again, Sharma shared a very beautiful thing. And in case any one of you would like to share that, how the fun element when it comes into our life, how essential it is, how the lightness of it. Yeah, please share the payment link. So I'll share that. You can make the payment link on this number. You can GPay on this number, which is my number, or you can get in touch with me on my WhatsApp. You all know my WhatsApp. Otherwise, this is the number that you can. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much. So this is the number that you can make the payment on, right? And before we finish this class, I really want few of you to share what are your perspectives. So, and where have you used, where you worked with pure joy and you found more success than you even expected. So do let me know. There's so many of us present here. I want people to come up and open up, because the more you share, the energy and the vibration go up, right? Now, thanks for the wonderful. So Kamleshji, would you like to speak something? Would you like to share your views about this? You have to unmute yourself. Or you can also write on the chat. There's no problem. I'll read your message for everyone's.
It has been a really wonderful session.
Thank you so much.
I'm immensely benefited by listening and going through the complete session what you have been conducted since so long. And I'll certainly like to continue.
Okay, great.
Whatever time you can suggest, in case there is a change in the time
No,
also.
timing we'll
no
keep the
problem.
same. We'll keep the
Yes.
same timing. We'll keep the momentum going. We'll
Yes.
keep the timing as 7, and as exchange of energy, we'll take 1,000 from the
Yes.
students who are already there with us, right? And those who are coming for the first time can make a payment of 2,000 rupees to come into the system, and it's nothing but an exchange of energy. And I'm always there for you. You can let me know what is it. And I've spoken to a couple of you who've told me exactly what you want to or want me to cover here. And we've taken that, and I've got very wonderful feedbacks that, it really impacted them, that whatever they wanted to be covered and whatever was bothering them at that particular time. So the shift in perspective was beautiful, and that's the kind of feedback I got, and it was really lovely and humbling to know that, it made a difference to you. I had manifested so many things after joining your program. Thank you so much. And in fact, every time I do this, thank you so much. So every time I do this program, I immensely get benefited. My health starts to improve. Somehow I feel that. And everything around me starts to flow. So I look forward to these sessions because it gives me also an opportunity to learn from you. I learn so much from your chats. In fact, from the issues that you share, it gives me an opportunity to do my research and to come up with the best, that whatever I can and whatever knowledge that I have gathered over the years through my experiences, through my readings, through the courses that I have attended of many, many coaches around the world. And I totally believe that learning should be a lifelong process. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Vijayji. You should be lifelong learners. And as human beings, this is our first responsibility, to be lifelong learners. Be with people you resonate with and you will learn. And while you're learning here, implement it in your life and you'll see magic. And even if you keep coming here and devote yourself for the 40 minutes, 50 minutes that we are together, if you concentrate here and leave everything behind, the stresses of the day, and just come with an intention that I will rewire, and my subconscious will become absolutely charged. I'm putting a seed in my fertile soil of subconscious, and someday it's going to grow into a big tree, which will, not only help me and give me that beautiful shade and that beauty and joy forever, but also fruits to many, many people, right? So I'm sharing my phone number again, and you can get in touch with us for the payment links. And from Monday onwards, we're starting the batch all over again, and the session is never repeated. You'll come here, even if you do these classes again and again with us, you'll never find anything being repeated, right? Every day you'll have a very different experience. You'll have something more to learn, more stories and more programming. And that's somewhere I feel that shift is wonderful, isn't it? That shift is wonderful when we do and we consciously tell ourselves, we speak to the subconscious. And I want you to keep coming here till such time you become capable of, manifesting things for yourself. Okay, you yourself become capable enough of instructing your subconscious of doing something the way you want to do it, right? So all of us at one point of time were beginners, and slowly we master. And my aim is to keep you with me here with a very little exchange of energy, which is hardly anything. If you see, it is for 14 days, this kind of an experience. It comes out to be less than a pizza also, right? So yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much. So it does not, thank you. Thank you for the payment. And it's just a little exchange of energy, which keeps the karmic balance absolutely clean. Plus, it should be, I want you to keep coming till such time you become proficient in consciously changing and altering your thoughts. So whatever happens outside, it's fine. It's external, but I am proficient enough in changing my reality. So when I was with my mentors, I stayed till I became, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you for paying. So I stayed in the system, and I continue to, in fact, I keep going to my mentor. I continued in the system till such time I became proficient. And in fact, nothing is, I still go to my mentor. I still attend their classes and I learn so much. And while you're learning, I want you to also reflect on it, right? Keep a journal wherein you can write and document, like mine is this, all right? So I write every day what I've learned from my mentors, and then I give it my own experiences and my own readings, because I read so much. And that's what I want to infuse into you also. And you learn through being in the company of like-minded people, right? So if you just be with me, I'm sure a little bit of me will reach you, and a little bit of you will reach me too, okay? And over here, since I'm doing maximum speaking, let's keep the karmic balance clean of exchange of energy. And tomorrow when you do it, I keep the karmic balance absolutely clean, right? So keep coming here. We still have one more day for this batch, with the ongoing batch for people who've paid. So keep joining. Tomorrow, we have the last class of this batch. And from Monday onwards, we are again starting. People who are already part of this batch, I really want you to continue your journey with a very minimal amount of 1,000 rupees to continue. And those who will be joining for the first time registration is of 2,000, and subsequently you pay 1,000, all right? So that's how it is. Thank you so much for joining. We meet tomorrow exactly at 7. Don't let the momentum die down. Do come tomorrow at 7 p.m. All right? Thank you so much for joining. Bye-bye. Bye.